Okay, I'm gonna be honest, ladies and gentlemen, the amount of people asking me to replay this game actually surprised me. Like literally, I got like 4 or 5 DMs, a bunch of comments. So yeah, I decided why not check out all of these past updates. Like for example, there's a new area, some of the old stuff was buffed, and there's even some kind of like event world. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can max all of that out in today's video. But yeah, let's go ahead, let's jump into this. Once again, feel free to like and subscribe if you do want to see more. And without further ado, let's jump right into this. Alright, so first things first, what exactly is new? Well, we probably have like some new like reset layers. Yeah, for example, we have fusion now, which is supposed to give us like heat light, obsidian glass, 2 times sand iron, 2 times fission. You kind of get the idea. Then from there, we probably have, yep, a bunch of new elements, coal, copper, gravity. Apparently that's some kind of like new energy as well. And then of course over here we have the stages. I believe stage 18 was the max one before, and yeah, now we have 3 whole new ones giving us auto sand, auto vision, and auto snow as well. Alright then, before we go ahead and jump into all of that, let's check out, I guess, this event world, because I believe it should help with basically everything. So over here we have a leaderboard showcasing, I guess, all of the best, hold on a minute. Okay, there we go. Here's a leaderboard with everyone having quadrillions and quintillions of void. Then from there, we have 3 different runes. The coal rune, I believe this is. Oh wait, no, I'm not sure what the names are. Let's call this the 10 trillion rune, the 50 void rune, and as well the 1 million rune. And yeah, I guess you guys can go ahead, pause the video, and have a look at what exactly all of these runes upgrade. They upgrade quite a lot of different aspects of the game. So yeah, let's not waste any more time, and let's go ahead and let's start getting some of these runes. So starting off, we are, yep, starting to get a bunch more void, along with a bunch of air, dirt, water, and you kind of get the idea. The list goes on and on. There's also a little mini index over here, I guess, kind of showcasing what we can already see on this board. Now, in terms of runes, I guess for the first one, I don't think we really need that many. Like, we only need, I guess, enough to start opening this 1 million rune, which, considering how fast our void is going up at the moment, it shouldn't take too long. In fact, let's go ahead and let's see how far SMG can go. For example, are we going to get this time rune, which might give us, who knows, a 10 times time boost? Or are we going to absolutely fail miserably and spend hours and hours getting nothing? Well, we might as well AFK here and find out. Okay, this should be more than enough. 1 time rune acquired and a bunch of the bunch, you know, thousands and thousands of the other runes. Now, as you guys can see, I did manage to get a few million in order to go ahead and roll this rune a bit as well. For example, yep, we managed to get around 15 more. And as you guys can see, it's starting to look really good, you know, 2000 rock, 8 times wood, and yeah, feel free to pause the video, have a look at all of these stats, because they are about to make probably grinding super easy. Let's see, so this is going to be the first stage, followed by, if I just quickly run on over this, the second stage done. Then from there, let's go ahead and get the other one, which is going to be, once again, really simple. And actually, you know what, since we probably are going to be able to go through like 10 more stages, let's do a short time lapse. And there we go, it seems like we have finally reached stage 18 once again. Now, in order to reach the very next milestone, all we're going to be needing is 5 coal. Okay, that should actually be very simple. Let's see, so if I head on over to this glacial tundra, okay, we need to get actually a bit of sand first. So let's grab some of this then, just like we were doing before, grab some snow, clay, lava, iron, and then will we have enough for some coal. Ooh, okay, we're really close. And actually, as a matter of fact, here is 2 new things. We have a tornado, which will give us 2 times steel, fusion, time, and 10 times brick. However, of course, in order to get that amount, we do need to probably sacrifice a lot of time and effort. Then from there, at 3k primordial matter, we can go ahead and get ourselves, I guess this is kind of like a fusion. Sorry, meant to say fission, so you know, just a reset of basically everything. However, of course, we will get a bunch of different buffs. Okay, just like all of the previous stuff, that shouldn't be too difficult to kind of like master. However, probably what I'll do is I'll probably look into like all of the other secret stats first. For example, the secret ones, you know, the new ones. How much do we need? 7k primordial matter and 16k. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing a fusion immediately because it would definitely be a huge waste of resources. So if needs be, I'll just, you know, come back later once maybe, I don't know, I have the maximum stage, maybe some of this like other merge stuff. Yeah, I feel like I should definitely work on all of this like other non-main game type of upgrades before I go ahead and do, you know, a whole reset like that. But anyways, this is stage 19, now acquired. Awesome. Now the next step is going to be needing 5 copper. Now thankfully, if I remember correctly, there is actually some merge stuff that will go ahead and, you know, help us unlock, or should I say upgrade, coal and copper. So let's see, can I go ahead and get some gravity over here? I think I can, but I'm missing the bricks, and we should be able to immediately craft them. So let's go ahead and let's find out. Come on, please don't be that expensive because I'd be really mad. 1 CE fire and QNQG DU dirt. Okay, phew, that is actually really easy. In fact, I think I only need to get like 1 button of just like every single type. And then from there, we should be relatively, yep, we are way over the amounts that we need right now. Let's go. I guess we can go ahead and quickly get some of this bad boy. So let's get some of these bricks, which is going to be buffing coal, dirt, and even glass as well. Then from there, what about steel? We're going to be needing 1 million coal, 10 trillion iron, and then we'll only get 2 steel. I see. Yeah, it's definitely going to be one hell of an expensive upgrade, but thankfully we have probably all of the time in the world to just mess around, go back, upgrade. For example, this over here, obsidian, because I, you know, upgraded brick, which gave me more glass, which is going to give me more obsidian. I'm now getting hundreds of millions per second, which, yeah, as you guys can see, we are absolutely demolishing the multipliers that we had before. We are probably going to be able to max out this final world really quickly. Or at least, you know, I hope so. So, let's see, we have more than enough iron, we'll get 400 coal, which is actually nowhere near enough. Okay, we somehow need 100k. Okay, wow, what on earth is that price? 100k coal? Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I needed to go back. We definitely need this gravity, so let's get a few of that. Then let's get just a bit more light. Then yeah, I think you guys kind of get the drill, you know, just some back and forth upgrading. And I guess I'm gonna have to repeat that so many times because as I already said, 100k coal, that price is mind-blowing. What if the game does want me to do a fusion as soon as possible? Because until I get that copper, I can't really progress in anything else. So maybe it might actually just be the smart move to just maybe get a few more bricks whilst I can. Then maybe upgrade my glass a little bit. And then yeah, I don't know, maybe I should just go ahead and see what my highest primordial matter is going to be. For example, hey, maybe I'll be able to get a 7k, which would give me that secret stat one, you know, the tissue. But if it doesn't actually give me enough, let's say it gives me 6.5k, I think we should still probably go ahead and, you know, reset. Listen guys, feel free to make fun of me down in the comments, okay, if I'm doing a really stupid choice. But at this very moment, I don't think there's really much else I can do, yeah. So let's see, 5.8k. That will do, sure. So let's go ahead and let's quickly upgrade this bad boy. Hello? Seems like we managed to get tornado, which is going to be giving us 2 times fusion, awesome. And yeah, all of these other buffs. Really glad I noticed that I could claim that because that would have been probably, yeah, a huge waste of time. But anyways, fusion is now acquired. Now, what on earth did that reset? Apparently all of this stuff, all the elements, stages, merge elements, energies, time and fission. Now, I am really confused here. I don't actually think that the game reset anything. Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, it seems like the game is bugged and it gave me the maximum stage. Okay. Was not expecting that at all. Yep, even joining a new public server doesn't work. So, not gonna lie, I am kind of disappointed. I was hoping to showcase, you know, getting these final stages. But I guess for the time being, devs, if you're watching this, that's a major bug. Please get it fixed as soon as possible. But yeah, I guess since we have this opportunity to like skip probably an hour or two of progression, let's, I guess, head on back and maybe start upgrading the other stuff that would have been done at like the end of the video. Like, you know, the copper. We should hopefully be able to get that now. So let's see, after regaining the majority of our boosts, we're still only getting 11k coal. Wow, still only that much? Damn, I mean, at least it's something, you know. I'll still be able to get it if I go ahead and I guess run about around 10 times. Yeah, we still have a lot of, I guess, untapped potential. Like when we start getting steel, that's going to be upgrading everything else. For example, the bricks, which of course will upgrade our coal gain. Plus as well, probably the event index. Yeah, there are coal runes, meaning that probably if we were to get this coal rune, it would be ridiculously broken. Especially if it's as broken as all of the other ones. Like 1k coal, that would definitely be crazy to get. Hopefully we can actually in today's video. But hey, I guess for the time being, you know, no promises. But yeah, apart from that though, this merge elements part is relatively done for the time being. You know, we will be back to get the fourth one, meaning that we should be able to head on over here and start working on our gravity again, which will, you know, help us out with all of the other stuff. Yeah, just start looking at all of those multipliers. We're now getting hundreds of thousands of lights, which is going to be giving us hundreds and hundreds of gravity. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can tell how excited I am, but I love incremental games. Especially when you go from like, you know, weakling, you know, barely can get even one of these gravities to getting hundreds of them. And probably by the end of this video, millions. Yeah, again, wild stuff. Hundreds of millions of light, quintillions of cold, and then to end it all off, duodecillions of heat, giving us a bunch of time, a bunch of fission, and probably, you know, who knows what else. And hey, look at that. After connecting, you know, the line of elements, you know, getting one of coal, one of steel, one of iron, we now managed to go ahead and get ourselves 7k plus primordial matter, which means that somewhere in this map, we should be able to find where that secret stat is. Okay, here it is. Apparently, it's within, like, this tree. Yeah, exactly. One tissue for 7 primordial matter, or should I say 7k. And what does it exactly give? Well, times 2 bricks and then wood to the power of 1.2. Now, honestly, I think the best part about this is the 2 times brick, because this is definitely the most broken one. Like, literally, I hope you guys haven't forgotten already. More bricks equals more coal. More coal equals copper. For example, here you go. Here's the coal multiply, and right now it is skyrocketing, going up into 1000 now. And yeah, you guys kind of get the idea. The longer I sit on here, the more coal we're going to be getting. Now, do we have enough in order to finally go ahead and get ourselves that 1 million coal for, you know, the steel? Well, honestly, probably not. Yeah, we still need at least a 5 times multiplier in order to go ahead and get ourselves that 1 million requirement. But thankfully, we have the next best thing. We have 100k, which will give us copper, which might actually give us that, yep, the 9 times multiplier that we need. So let's finally get steel. Is it going to be as broken as I think, or did the devs predict this and it's going to be like really, really mid? Let's find out. So we can buy it around, how many times? Okay, we get 4 per, but we do actually need some iron. We need 10 trillion each, actually. Let's see. Hopefully that isn't too expensive. Oh no. It seems like we have a tiny bit of a problem and we're definitely missing something major. Like, there's no way we're missing out on so much iron. Okay, wait, is the problem that yeah, okay, I can definitely get fusion. A bunch of it, in fact. 82k. Yeah, I have a feeling that this might easily, like, you know, snap of the finger, problems gone. So let's find out. These are the stats before I run on it, and this is what it looks like after. That is mad. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is hopefully, the moment of truth. Yes, 10 quadrillion, that is more than enough. Does this mean that we've beaten the game now? Like, is my... Oh my god, we're probably gonna have such a boost. Yeah, 500 times brick, 3 times gravity. The copper isn't really going up that much, but you know what? I don't really care. Especially since, as we go along each and every single merged element, the increase in multiply, you know, the increase in how many we get is just gonna get even higher. So again, doesn't matter. We have 100% broken the game. Alright, now I'm sure that you guys probably have the same question as me. What do I do from now, right? Well, to be honest, I was originally planning to end the video off here, but you know, since that bug from before kind of skipped the majority of, like, I guess the progression, we might as well, you know, make up for it for you all, and yeah, let's, I guess, go ahead and get the final secret stat, and then from there, we can spend the rest of our time maxing out this event world, because as you guys remember, we've barely touched the world rune, and we haven't touched the ore rune at all. Meaning that we can go from being broken to the game to, I don't know, becoming a broken god. Plus as well, I want to get back on the leaderboards, okay? Remember how I was like 2nd place, 3rd place? Now we're like 11th, you know, mid-11th. Yeah, I'm so close to just ending up putting the fries in the bag. Let's just stop the yapping. Let's get this final secret stat, which should be somewhere here. Like, there should be like a hole in the ground. Okay, here it is. It's like this, I don't know what you call this, okay? It's invisible. You walk through. This is where you get organ, which is going to be giving you 2 times steel and 1.05 power of copper. Which, for context, by the way, I used to get 9 copper per, like, you know, clicking, and now I'm getting 42, which is, you know, awesome. But yeah, as I mentioned before, we can do better. So, I don't know, give me maybe a few hours. Again, the main, I guess, goal of this video is to somehow figure out a way to get 10 trillion void and then get it consistently. So then, you know, that way I can get this fusion rune. So yeah, without losing my sanity, let the grinding begin for the final time of this video, and hopefully I'll catch you guys when all of this is done, maxed, so we can officially say that we have attained god status. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the video. So let me show you how lucky I got. If we look over here, I managed to get only 4 fusion runes. Yes, I know, it's not really anything crazy, you know, only 4. But hey man, it's like 1 in a million, okay? Getting 4 of them is still a huge W. Especially since, you know, whilst we were grinding them, we got a bunch of the other runes as well, you know, giving us a bunch of steel, iron, copper, coal. Yeah, I might have spent a little bit too much time on this rune, because probably I could easily get some of these numbers up. Yeah, only 11 time runes. I'm sure I could easily get 100 if I AFK'd for the same amount of time that I spent on this one. And then, of course, you know, probably same thing for the fission rune. But in the end, I don't think that matters. Let's just have a look at the void leaderboard if it goes ahead and works. Oh wow. I have no clue how these people are getting so many void. Is it like some kind of upgrade? Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really sure. And do I really care that much? No, because you don't really need much more than like 1 quintillion, because then you're able to like infinitely open this. Plus as well, if people are spending so much time in here, then that means that we might have a good chance of getting like top 10 on the leaderboards outside. So let's head on over to the magic forest, and let's see if I can go ahead and get a bunch of coal. 129 quadrillion, so yes. And then from there, how much copper can we get? 72.4. Okay, I think the copper part needs a little bit of work. I feel like it could definitely go much higher, but once again, it's fine. Let's just go ahead and get like yeah, 1 coal, doesn't really matter. Then let's complete the chain once again, so then everything's all connected, and then the multipliers are about to go crazy. So have a look over here at what my air is looking like. And now have a look at it after I get this lava, and then I stand on this. It should go crazy. QN... Oh, okay, whoa. Yeah, that is absolutely spectacular. I really do hope that it is now enough to get on the leaderboard. So, air leaderboard over here. They have MIQNSGDU, whilst I have DESI. Is that any close at all? Or am I like really far away? Wait, hold on a minute. I'm really confused. Oh wait, silly me. I completely forgot about the most important thing. We can probably, yes, get a bunch of fusion. This most likely is going to be sending my already broken multipliers into the stratosphere. So let's just, can we run on that? I believe we are on it. Okay, nice. We now have a bunch of fusion. I guess all that's left to do now is to get all of these multipliers again. So let's just run around. Then of course we can head on over here and start getting all of these upgrades. So what else do we need? We need some of this, and this. Yeah, I'm not gonna bore you guys with this process. We've already seen it like numerous times. So if I'm not mistaken, this should be it. Now, is the multiplier going to be good? I really hope so. NINOVT. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, for some reason, I don't think my name is loading. Like, I'm literally counting how many of, like, the different suffixes I have. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means that although I am not first because they have, like, 6 different suffixes, I should definitely be above top 8 because they only have 4 suffixes. Meaning that I am guaranteed at least to be 8th place, and then maybe I might be around the 5th side. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what some of these numbers are. But to be fair though, as I already mentioned, I'm not really aiming too much for first. Especially since, as I said, you know, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done in this void world. For example, opening up the first rune and the second rune. Like, I could easily fit in like another probably day or 2 on each one of these. And, you know, these bottom numbers, you know, the fission and time rune could maybe go up into the hundreds. So yeah, when it comes to all of this, clearly, if I were to go ahead and get it, then I would easily be able to push myself up even further. Plus as well, I found that apparently the fusion is already like insanely high. Like, as you guys can see, 50.27 QN when I literally just got 6 trillion. But don't worry, I'm gonna leave that for another video. So if you guys do want to see that, you know exactly what to do. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe button with notifications on. And until next time, I don't know, I think I'm gonna continue grinding exactly what I said and maybe preparing for the next update because I'm pretty sure it should be coming any day now, I think. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.